Hello everyone and welcome back to the library. I'm Lara. So I am finally back again to filming. I know I've been gone for a couple of weeks. I wasn't able to film or upload anything for a couple of reasons. The first reason was because my father-in-law passed away, and so we've just been kind of dealing with that and the grief process and just getting everything taken care of that goes with losing someone that you love. So, whatever your beliefs are, if you could still just send prayers and thoughts to my husband and his family and me as well, because it's been a pretty hard last 2 months. And the second reason I have not been able to film was because of a tiny menace that is currently behind the camera. Come here. Come here, baby. Okay, that was a process of bribing her with a treat and her still running away. But this is our new little girl, Dulce. Dulce, you want to say hi to the camera? Probably not. You want to say hi? Okay, she's really cute. She dropped her greenie. Anyway, she's adorable. She's a miniature pinscher chow chow mix, we think, and she wants down. But anyway, this is our new addition. So today's video is going to get back to the wrap-ups, finally catching up again. And today is books 21 through 25 that I've read this year. So let's go ahead and get started with those. Book 21 was The Shadow over Innsmouth by H.P. Lovecraft. And this is part of the Cthulhu mythos. This is about a man who goes to this little seaside town named Innsmouth, and because he's heard weird things about the people there, kind of myths, stories, that the people there are very strange looking and act very strange and kind of don't like anyone who's not from there. So he goes to check this out. This is actually a short story, which is, I believe, mostly what H.P. Lovecraft wrote. This is only the second thing I've read from him, but I don't know if he had actual novels. But anyways, this was a short story. I gave this 3 stars because it wasn't great. I got kind of bored at some parts, and the first half of it is kind of just him walking around, and it doesn't really, nothing good really starts to happen until the probably last half, maybe last third. I'm not gonna really give away what happens since this is so short, but I didn't really have much of an issue with this one, except I was bored with the first half. The writing is still great, and I really have discovered that I like this type of horror. So again, that was The Shadow over Innsmouth by H.P. Lovecraft, and I gave it 3 stars. Book 22 was Foe by Ian Reid, and I have been waiting for a while to read this book. I read I'm Thinking of Ending Things, I believe, in 2018, and really liked it. At first, I wasn't sure about it, and it's one of those I definitely need to read again, but I really, after sitting on it, really enjoyed it. So, Foe is his second fiction book. So Foe is his second novel, I believe, that he's written, and this is again like a science fiction horror mashup, and this is about a couple, Junior and Henrietta, and they live out on this farm, they work the farm, and one day this man comes and tells them that Junior is going to be sent away, and they're not crazy about this, but they tell Henrietta that they will be sending someone in Junior's place to take his place, so she will not be alone. So this book is us just going through this process and them kind of figuring out what's going to happen once Junior leaves. So I also can't say much about this book because it is pretty short and you can read through it so fast. I think I read it in like a day or two, probably in just a few hours when I had time, and I gave this book 5 stars. It was so good. There's just something really eerie about it. Like, it's not scary. like, I would say it's more psychological horror and definitely has the sci-fi aspect. But there's nothing gory, there's nothing like inherently scary about it, but it definitely has an eerie, creepy vibe. And so yes, I did give this 5 stars. If you like those type of books, if you liked I'm Thinking of Ending Things, if you like sci-fi or horror, either or both, you would definitely like this book, so you should go ahead and pick it up. Could you stop eating that? Book 23 was In an Absent Dream by Shauna Maguire, and this is the 4th book in the Wayward Children series that started with Every Heart a Doorway. And if you don't know what these books are about, they're about this kind of home/school where children who have gone to other lands go to kind of reacclimate or to stay until they can go back. So it's kind of like Narnia or any other world, you know, that someone can slip into. And there's different worlds. There's some that are like silly and some that are more literary or more logical. And so in this one, this is the 4th one, this follows a different character that we haven't met before, I believe. And this follows Lundy, who is growing up, and her family, you know, wants her to be a precious little girl and marry a man and have babies, and basically that's it. But she's not like that. She's very logical, and she one day slips into this world that is just like she is. It's full of logic and reason. To get something, you have to give something, and if you make a promise and you don't fulfill it, things happen to you. All of these books are really short, but this has been my favorite of the 4, and I actually ended up giving this one 5 stars, which was a big surprise to me because none of them have been great in my opinion. I think I gave the first one 3 stars. The second was my least favorite. Even though a lot of people like it, I gave it 2 stars. And then I gave the third one 3 stars as well. But this one was definitely 5 stars. I love the characters. I love the world. I love this world of logic and reason. And I don't know if it's because I'm more like that, and I don't think I'd be going to a world where the clouds are made of cotton candy or whatever. I mean, I'm very imaginative, but in all reality, I am kind of a bore. So yeah, I think this would be the kind of world I would go to. So I really enjoyed this. I'm so looking forward to the next one. I can't remember how many there are going to be, maybe 7, but I could be wrong about that. But this series is continuing. So again, this was In an Absent Dream by Shauna Maguire, and I gave it 5 stars. Book 24 was The Visible Filth by Nathan Ballingrud, and this is actually a short story that was published separately but is now in his short story collection, Wounds. And this is about a man who works at a bar, and one night after 2 patrons get in a fight, a cell phone is left on the bar, and he decides to take that cell phone home, and scary things start happening. I can't say much more than that because it is a short story and things go by pretty quickly. I thought this was okay. I did give this 3 stars. I liked the writing, but I was kind of not confused. Like, I kind of got what was going on, but at the same time I didn't. This is definitely one I need to reread because it's a little ambiguous on what's happening, and I'm not sure my mind always enjoys those type of stories. But this is being adapted into a movie, I believe either later this year or in 2020. I can't quite remember, but I will be excited about that to go see it. I think this would be one that on screen it will do really well and be really creepy. So again, that was Wounds by Nathan Ballingrud, and I gave it 3 stars. And number 25 was Carrie by Stephen King. And Carrie is Stephen King's first full-length novel, and I have decided that I'm going to be reading through all of his works in order if I can. I've of course read some of his already. I'd read The Shining and Pet Sematary, and I feel like I've read one other, now I can't remember, but I've read some of his other stuff, so I'm not going to completely stick to that. Like, if one isn't available from the library and I can't get it, I'll move on to the next one without it being a big deal, as long as it's not part of a series. But I'm going to try to read his earlier stuff first and then move on. But if you don't know, Carrie is about a girl named Carrie White. If you see the camera moving, I'm sorry, that's the dog chewing on my freaking camera. No, my laptop cord. Could you please stop, ma'am? Hey. Oh. Okay, this has been a very interesting 22 minutes of me filming this video because first off, the dog is being a menace, and I just had to get up and put both the animals in the bathroom and kill a wasp with it, which, if you don't know, I hate bugs, especially the ones that fly and sting. So I grabbed the wasp spray and just sprayed like a madman, and it is probably on video. That was horrible. The dog freaked out because I put her in the bathroom. Anyways, let's carry on with the video. Carrie. Okay, so Carrie is about a girl named Carrietta White, and okay, I don't know if Carrietta is an actual name, and if it is, I'm sorry, because I was laughing at that this whole time I was reading, because I've never heard that. I've heard Carrie, but I've never heard Carrietta. Anyways, so it's about Carrietta White, who turns out to have telekinesis, and she has been bullied a bunch at school, and she basically freaks out when she goes to a dance or prom with a boy and something happens. Most people probably know, but if you don't, read the book or watch the movie. The book was pretty good. It was Stephen King's first, so it wasn't like amazing or anything, but it was a good first novel. Thank you for the kisses, that was very sweet. It was a good first novel, and I gave it 3 stars. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video since I've gone through all the books and everything was just crazy. There may be bloopers at the end of this, I'm not sure. But anyways, let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, and if you want to see more from me, please subscribe. I'll see all of you in the next video. Bye. Oh, no, 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 no. Where'd you come from?